My child, before you do anything else right now, before you scroll past this, before you decide whether or not this is for you, I want you to just stop for one moment and breathe. Just breathe, because I have been waiting for this moment. Not in the way that a person waits with impatience and frustration. I have been waiting the way a father waits for a child he loves deeply to finally sit down long enough for him to say everything he has been wanting to say. I have been waiting with a full heart, with so much to tell you, with so much to speak over you, with a love that has not shrunk one single bit no matter what you have been through or what you have done or how long it has been since you truly felt close to me. You are here, and that is enough, that is everything. I want you to know something before I say anything else today. You did not find this video. I led you here. I am the good shepherd and my sheep hear my voice. John chapter 10 and verse 27. And right now I am speaking. So stay with me, stay until the very last word. Because I have something for every single area of your life today and I do not want you to miss even one piece of what I am about to release over you. My child, I know what you carried into this moment. I know the thing that has been sitting on your chest when you wake up in the morning before you even fully open your eyes. That heaviness that greets you before the day even begins. I know about it. I have seen it. I have watched you push through it day after day and show up for the people around you and perform and function and smile. And I have seen what it costs you to do that. I have seen you pour from a cup that nobody has been refilling. I have seen you give and give and give while quietly running on empty. And I want to be the one who fills you back up today. My word says in Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 29 that I give strength to the weary and I increase the power of the weak. That promise is for you. Right now, in this moment, you do not have to manufacture strength today. You do not have to dig deep and find something in yourself that you are convinced is no longer there. You just have to receive what I am pouring out right now. Open your hands, open your heart, let me fill you. I see the version of you that exists behind closed doors. The version that drops the performance the moment you are alone. The version that sits in the car for a few extra minutes before going inside because you just need a moment to fall apart before you have to hold it together again. The version that cries in the shower where no one can hear. The version that lies awake at night running through every worry and every what if while the rest of the world sleeps. I see that person, and I love that person just as completely as I love the strong version you show everyone else. Actually, I want you to know something. I am most drawn to you in those vulnerable moments. Because that is when you need me the most. And I am drawn to need the way water is drawn downhill. I will always flow toward where you need me. My child, you are not too broken for me. You are not too far gone. You are not too complicated. You are not too much. You are not too little. You are not too late. Every lie the enemy has ever told you about your worth and your value and your future. I want you to hear me say clearly today. Those are lies. Every single one of them. And I am the truth. John chapter 14 and verse 6. I am the way and the truth and the life. And the truth about you is this. You are chosen. You are loved. You are mine. And nothing that has ever happened in your life has the power to change any of those three things. My child, I want to speak to your body today. I formed your body. I designed every system inside it. I knit you together in your mother's womb with careful attention and intentionality. Psalm 139 and verse 13. I made no mistakes when I created you. And when sickness comes against what I created, it is coming against something that belongs to me. And I do not take that lightly. I am Jehovah Rapha, the God who heals you. That is not just one of my titles. That is my name. It is who I am. It is what I do. And I have not stopped being that for you. Every sickness that has been operating in your body, I speak to you right now and I say, you are not welcome here. This body belongs to a child of the Most High God and you have no legal authority to stay. My word declared in Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 5 that by my stripes this child was healed. Not will be healed one day if they are good enough. Was healed. Past tense. It is already accomplished. The price was already paid. On the cross. In my body. Through my blood. The healing was purchased for you before you even knew you needed it. I command every sickness to leave this body right now. Every infection. Every inflammation. Every abnormal growth. Everything that is operating in this body contrary to the design I gave it. I speak to every one of you and I say, go. Right now. In my name. Go. I speak to the person who has been dealing with pain that never fully goes away. The pain that wakes you up at night. The pain that limits what you can do and where you can go and how fully you can live your life. I am the one who designed your pain receptors and I have the authority to silence them. I silence that pain right now. I speak relief into your body. I speak restoration into the areas that have been damaged. I speak regeneration into cells and tissue and nerves that have been suffering. Receive it right now. I speak to the person who received a diagnosis that shook them to their core. I know what that felt like. I know how the room seemed to tilt when those words were spoken. I know how you sat in your car afterward and could not even form a prayer because the shock was too heavy. I was there. I was sitting right next to you. And I want you to know that a diagnosis is a report from a human being. And I honor the wisdom I placed in medical professionals. But I am not bound by any report. I am not limited by any prognosis. I am the one who designed the human body down to every molecule, and I have access to every part of you that a doctor never could. And I am working in those places right now. I speak to the person who has been sick for so long that you have started to lose hope that healing is even possible for you. You have prayed this prayer before. You have stood in faith before. You have been anointed with oil and had hands laid on you and claimed the promises, and it has felt like nothing has changed. And that weariness of waiting is one of the heaviest things a person can carry. I see it. I acknowledge it. I do not dismiss it. But I want you to know that my timing is not always the timing we want. And unanswered prayer is not the same as unheard prayer. I hear every word you speak to me. I hear every groan that is too deep for words. Romans chapter 8 and verse 26. And I am working, even when you cannot see it. Even when it does not feel like it. I am working in ways that are beyond what your eyes can see right now. Do not give up on your healing. Do not settle for a life of sickness when I purchased wholeness for you. Keep believing, keep declaring, keep coming to me, because I am Jehovah Rapha and I have not changed. My child, I want to speak to your mind. The mind is one of the most important battlefields in your life. Because the enemy knows that if he can control what you think, he can influence how you feel. And if he can control how you feel, he can affect how you act. And if he can control how you act, he can redirect the entire course of your life. So he goes after the mind relentlessly. He fills it with fear and doubt and shame and worthless thoughts and hopeless projections about the future and painful replays of the past. But my word says in Romans chapter 12 and verse 2 that you are transformed by the renewing of your mind. That word transformed in the original Greek is the word metamorphosis, the same word we use to describe a caterpillar becoming a butterfly. A complete and total change of nature. And it happens through the renewing of the mind, through replacing the enemy's thoughts with my thoughts, through choosing to think about what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 8. That is the prescription I wrote for a healthy mind. And it works every single time. Every anxious thought that has been cycling through your mind, I speak peace to it right now. My peace. Not the peace that the world offers, which is only available when circumstances are good. My peace. The peace that surpasses all human understanding. The peace that does not make logical sense from the outside. The peace that kept Paul singing in a prison cell. The peace that kept me sleeping in the boat in the middle of a storm. That peace is yours. I release it into your mind right now. Receive it. Every spirit of depression and heaviness that has been sitting on you like a weighted blanket you never asked for. I lift it off you right now. I came to bind up the brokenhearted. Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1. I came to give you beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, a garment of praise for a spirit of despair. That exchange is available to you right now. Hand me the ashes, hand me the mourning, hand me the despair, and I will give you beauty and joy and praise in return. That is not a transaction that benefits me. I just love you that much. Every voice in your head that has been telling you that you are worthless, that you are a failure, that you are unlovable, that you are a burden, that you would be better off not being here. I want to confront every single one of those voices right now, and I want to say, you are a liar. You are the voice of the thief who came to steal and to kill and to destroy. John chapter 10 and verse 10. And you have no authority to speak over my child anymore. I silence you, right now, in my name. Be silent. And to the person who has been battling those dark thoughts about not wanting to be here anymore, I need you to hear me say this with everything I have. Your life has immeasurable value. I do not make mistakes. I formed you on purpose. With purpose. For purpose. Before you were born I set you apart. Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5. The enemy is terrified of what you carry and what you are called to do and who you are going to become. That is why he fights your mind so hard. Because he knows what is inside you even when you cannot see it yourself. Please hold on. Please reach out to someone you trust. Please let someone in, because the world needs what only you carry. And I am not finished with your story yet. My child, I want to speak to your finances. I know that money is something many people feel uncomfortable bringing to me in prayer. Like it is too practical, too earthly, too unspiritual, but I created the earth and everything in it. Psalm 24 and verse 1. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. Psalm 50 and verse 10. I am not disconnected from the practical realities of your daily life. I care about every part of your life, including your finances, and I see the financial pressure you have been under. I see the bills that come in faster than the money does. I see the decisions you have been making about which thing to pay and which thing to wait on. I see the shame that sometimes comes with financial struggle, the feeling that you should be further along by now, the comparisons you make between your situation and the situations of people around you. I see all of it, and I want you to know. Financial struggle is not a reflection of your worth. It is not a punishment. And it is not your permanent address. I break every generational pattern of financial lack over your life right now. Whatever has been passed down through your family line in terms of poverty and scarcity and lack. It stops here. It stops with you. This generation is the generation where the cycle breaks. where new patterns are established, where a legacy of provision begins to be built that will bless not just you but your children and your children's children. I command every financial blockage to clear right now. Every door that has been closed by the enemy, I open it. Every opportunity that was stolen or delayed or sabotaged, I restore it. My word says in Joel chapter 2 and verse 25 that I will restore the years the locust has eaten. What the enemy consumed, what was lost, what was wasted, I am bringing it back. With interest, I am releasing supernatural provision into your life. And I want you to understand what supernatural means. It means above and beyond the natural. It means provision that cannot be fully explained by your job or your savings or your connections or your qualifications alone. It means unexpected checks. It means doors opening that you never knocked on. It means phone calls from people you had not spoken to in years bringing opportunities you never anticipated. It means ideas and creativity and solutions that come to you in the middle of the night that turn into income streams you never imagined. That is the kind of provision I am known for. And I am releasing it over your life in this season. Do not despise small beginnings. Zechariah chapter 4 and verse 10. If what you have right now feels small and inadequate and nowhere near enough, give it to me, because I am the God who took 5 loaves and 2 fish. An amount that was laughably small given the need, and fed 5,000 people with 12 baskets of leftovers. John chapter 6. I am still the God of multiplication. What is in your hands right now is enough for me to work with. Give it, use it, be faithful with it, and watch what I do. My child, I want to speak to your relationships and your family. I created human beings for connection. I said in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18 that it is not good for a person to be alone. Relationship is not a luxury. It is a need I designed into you. And the enemy knows this. So he goes after your relationships aggressively. He goes after your marriage. He goes after your friendships. He goes after your family bonds. Because he knows that isolated people are vulnerable people. I see the relationships in your life that are strained right now. The ones where something was said or done or left unsaid or undone and now there is a distance that neither person knows how to cross. I see the family member you have not spoken to in months or years. I see the friendship that quietly drifted apart and left you with a grief that you did not expect. I see the marriage that is under more pressure than it has ever been under. I see all of it. And I am not indifferent to any of it. I am the God of reconciliation. My entire plan of salvation is a story of reconciliation. I came to earth to bridge the gap between God and humanity. To restore what sin had broken. To bring back together what had been torn apart. And I am still doing that work. Not just between people and God, but between people and people. I release a spirit of reconciliation into your family relationships right now. I am softening hearts. I am creating moments. I am orchestrating conversations. I am working behind the scenes in ways that you cannot see yet. Keep praying for the people in your family who feel distant. Keep extending grace even when it is not deserved. Because that is what I did for you. And the seed of grace you plant today is going to grow into something beautiful. For the marriage that is struggling, I want to speak directly and clearly. I am for your marriage. I designed marriage. I honor the covenant you made. And I am fighting for what you built together even in the moments when you do not have the strength to fight for it yourself. I break every spirit of strife and contention that has taken up residence in your home. I break every pattern of communication that has been tearing down instead of building up. I break every stronghold of unforgiveness that has been creating distance. I speak a fresh wind of love into your relationship. Not the feeling of love that comes and goes with circumstances. The decision of love. The covenant love that says I chose you and I keep choosing you regardless of how hard this season is. I am breathing that back into your marriage right now. For the parent whose child has walked away. From home. From faith. From everything you raised them to be. I see your heart. I see how you lie awake at night wondering where they are and if they are safe and if they know that you still love them. I want you to hear me say this. I love your child even more than you do. I am the father in the story of the prodigal son who saw his child coming from a great distance and ran. Luke chapter 15 and verse 20. I am running toward your prodigal right now. I am working on their heart in ways you cannot see. Keep praying. Keep the door open. Keep the light on. And trust me with the child I gave you. For the person who is lonely. Who has people around them but still feels profoundly alone. Who has not felt truly known or truly seen by another human being in longer than they can remember. I see you. And I want to remind you that I am the friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 24. I am the one who knows everything about you and loves you completely anyway. I am not a replacement for human connection and I am going to bring the right people into your life in this season. But while you wait, know that you are never truly alone. I am here, right now, my child. I want to speak to your purpose and your calling. There is something on the inside of you that was placed there before you took your first breath. A gift, a calling, a reason, something that the world needs that only you can give in the particular way that you give it. I do not create duplicates. I do not make copies. Every single person I form is an original. And the calling on your life is original. There is a gap in the world that only you can fill. And the enemy has been working overtime to make sure you never figure out what that gap is. He has used failure. He let you try things and fall short and then whispered that the fall was proof that you were never meant to fly. He has used other people. He sent voices into your life that spoke smallness over you. That told you your dreams were too big or too unusual or too ambitious for someone like you. He has used time. He has convinced some of you that it is too late. That the window closed. That the season passed while you were not paying attention. I want to address every single one of those weapons today. Your failures did not disqualify you from your purpose. They prepared you for it. Every person I have ever used in significant ways went through seasons of failure and wilderness and what felt like complete derailment. Moses spent 40 years in the desert before I sent him back to Egypt. Joseph spent years in a pit and a prison before I put him in the palace. David was anointed king and then spent years running for his life before he ever sat on the throne. The process is not punishment. The process is preparation, and what you have been through has not wasted your time. It has built inside you the exact things you are going to need to walk in your purpose fully and effectively. The voices that spoke smallness over you were not my voice. I want to make that very clear. When I speak to you, I speak life and not death. I speak possibility and not limitation. I speak identity and not shame. Anyone who told you that you were too much or not enough or too broken or too late was not speaking my words over you. And I am asking you today to release those words. To let them fall off of you. To stop letting them take up real estate in your mind and your heart. Because they are squatting in territory that belongs to my truth about you. And about timing, let me say something that I need you to really hear. I am outside of time. I created time. I am not subject to it the way you are. And I do not look at your life through the lens of a human timeline. I do not see a person who is too old or too late or who missed their window. I see a life that is unfolding exactly the way I designed it to unfold. I see seasons and chapters. And the chapter you are in right now, no matter how it feels, is not the last chapter. The best is still ahead. I know the plans I have for you. Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 11. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. That is my word to you. And I do not speak empty words. I break every spirit of delay off your destiny right now. Every assignment the enemy put in place to slow you down. To distract you. To discourage you. To keep you circling the same mountain over and over when I have called you to climb. I cancel every one of those assignments. I speak acceleration into your season. What the enemy delayed by years I can restore in a moment. Because I am not limited by time. And the gifts I placed inside you are still there. They did not expire. They did not go to someone else. They are waiting, right inside you, waiting to be stirred up and activated and released into the world. I breathe on those gifts right now. I speak life into everything that has been lying dormant. Everything that got buried under disappointment and distraction in the long hard years. It is time. I am calling those gifts up. I am calling your purpose forward. I am calling the version of you that you were always meant to become. Come forth. It is time, my child. I want to speak to the one who has been fighting invisible battles. The battles that nobody around you can see. The battles that you cannot fully explain to anyone because you are not even sure you have the words for them. The spiritual heaviness that follows you into rooms. The oppression that seems to lift and then return. The feeling that there is something working against you. That every time you get close to a breakthrough something comes in and dismantles it. That every time you take 2 steps forward something knocks you 3 steps back. You are not imagining it. My word tells you clearly in Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12 that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood but against principalities and powers and rulers of the darkness of this age and spiritual forces of evil in heavenly places. There is a real spiritual war. And the enemy has assigned real opposition to your life. Not because you are weak, but because you are significant. The enemy does not waste resources on people who are not a threat to his kingdom. The intensity of the battle in your life is actually evidence of the magnitude of what I have placed inside you. But here is what I need you to know. The war is already won. I went to the cross. I descended into the depths. I took the keys of death and of hell. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 18. I stripped the enemy of his authority. He is a defeated foe who has been acting like he still has power over your life. And today I am exposing his bluff. I cancel every assignment of darkness that has been operating against you right now. Every plan, every scheme, every carefully laid trap, every lie that was designed to pull you off course. I cancel all of it in my name. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 17. That is a covenant promise. It does not say no weapon will be formed. It says no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The weapons will come, but they will not win. Because I am your shield. I am your defense. I am the one who fights for you while you hold your peace. I place a hedge of protection around your life right now. Around your mind, around your home, around your family, around your finances, around your health, around your purpose. I commission my angels to surround you. He will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91 and verse 11. You are not walking through this life unprotected. You are covered. You are guarded. You are under the shadow of the Almighty. I break every chain that the enemy has used to keep you bound. Every chain of addiction, every chain of shame, every chain of fear, every chain of unforgiveness, every chain of bitterness, every chain of sexual sin, every chain of pride, every chain of past trauma, every chain of self-rejection. I break every single one of them right now. Whom I set free is free indeed. John chapter 8 and verse 36. Not temporarily free, not conditionally free, free indeed. That kind of freedom is absolute. It is complete, it is permanent, and it belongs to you right now. My child, I want to say something to the ones in this specific moment who are at their absolute breaking point. You know who you are. You are the one who came to this video not as a casual viewer but as someone who is desperate. Someone who has been holding on by a thread that is getting thinner every day. Someone who has been asking me why. Why has this gone on so long? Why have the prayers not been answered the way you expected? Why does it seem like everyone else around you is moving forward while you feel stuck in the same painful place? I want to sit with you in that question for a moment. I am not going to give you a list of spiritual reasons or theological explanations. I am just going to sit with you in it. The way I sat with Mary and Martha when Lazarus died. The way I wept at that tomb even though I knew what I was about to do. John chapter 11 and verse 35. I wept because I am not disconnected from your pain. I feel it. It matters to me. Your grief matters to me. Your confusion matters to me. Your exhaustion matters to me. And from that place of sitting with you in it, I want to say this. Do not give up. I know that is simple. I know it does not answer all the questions. But it is the most important thing I can say to you right now. Do not give up, because you are closer to the breakthrough than you have ever been. The enemy fights the hardest right before the victory. He pushes the heaviest right before the wall comes down. He turns up the pressure right before the pressure breaks. And the fact that this season has been so intense, the fact that it has gone on longer than you expected and been harder than you imagined, that is not evidence that I have forgotten you. It is evidence that what I am building in you and for you is significant enough to require this level of preparation. Remember Paul and Silas in that prison cell, beaten, bleeding, chained, in complete darkness, and at midnight, the darkest moment, they chose to worship. Acts chapter 16 and verses 25 and 26. And suddenly, not eventually, not after a long gradual process, suddenly, there was an earthquake. Every door flew open, every chain fell off. That suddenly is coming for you. The earthquake is coming. The chains are about to fall. The doors are about to open. Hold on. Keep worshiping even in the midnight. Keep believing even when you cannot see. Keep your hands open to receive even when everything in you wants to close them in frustration. Your suddenly is coming, my child. I want to close by speaking to your heart directly. Not to the circumstances around you. Not to the things in your life that need to change. But to you, the real you, the innermost you, the you that exists beneath all the roles you play and all the responsibilities you carry and all the identities you have been given or have taken on. I love you, not the version of you that has everything together. Not the version of you that performs well and shows up consistently and says all the right things. I love the raw unfiltered version of you. The version that is confused and tired and hopeful and scared and faithful and doubtful all at the same time. That version, that is the one I gave everything for. That is the one I was thinking of when I walked the road to Calvary. That is the one whose name was written on my heart in that moment. I gave up heaven for you. Not as a transaction, not grudgingly, not because I had no other choice, but because when I looked at you, before you were born, before time began, I decided that you were worth it. I decided that a world with you in it and a relationship with you in it was worth every cost. Was worth every wound, was worth the crown of thorns and the nails and the weight of every sin that was ever committed by every person who ever lived bearing down on me at once. You were worth it to me. And I need you to let that land somewhere deep inside you today. Not just as a theological statement. Not just as something you know in your head. Let it go all the way down into the places in you that have felt worthless. Let it go into the places that have felt unlovable. Let it go into the places that have felt like too much of a mess for even God to want to deal with. Let my love reach those places today. Because that is exactly where I want to go. Not to the presentable parts of you. To the hidden places. To the broken places. To the places you have kept locked because you were afraid of what I would think if I saw them. I have already seen them. I have always seen them. And I am still here. I am still for you. I am still madly in love with you. Romans chapter 8 and verses 38 and 39. Nothing, nothing in all of creation can separate you from my love. Not your worst day. Not your deepest failure. Not the thing you are most ashamed of. Not the thought you are most afraid to admit. Nothing. That word nothing is absolute. It leaves no exceptions. And I meant it when I said it. I am not done with you. The story of your life is not over. The chapter you are in right now is not the final chapter. I am still writing. And the pages ahead of you contain things that would take your breath away if you could see them right now. Healing that is coming. Relationships that are being restored. Provision that is on the way. Purpose that is being activated. Joy that is about to break through the surface like spring after a long winter. I am not done with you. So take a breath right now. Take a real breath. And as you breathe out, let the weight go. Let the worry go. Let the fear go. Let the shame go. Let the striving go. Let the need to have it all figured out go. Give it all to me. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Matthew chapter 11 and verse 30. The load you have been carrying was never meant for your shoulders alone. Give it to me. I am strong enough. I am able enough. And I want it. I want to carry what you have been dragging around so that you can walk freely into everything I have prepared for you. You came to this video carrying something. You are not leaving the same way. You are leaving healed. You are leaving free. You are leaving with chains broken that have been on you for years. You are leaving with a word from heaven planted in your heart that the enemy cannot uproot. You are leaving with a renewed sense that I see you and I love you and I have not forgotten you and I am not finished with you and the best is absolutely still ahead. Walk in that truth today. Speak it when the enemy tries to bring the old thoughts back. Declare it when the circumstances do not immediately reflect it. Because my word is more real than what you can see with your eyes. And my word over your life today says, chosen, loved, healed, free, provided for, restored, purposed, and mine, forever mine. I love you, my child. With an everlasting love that chose you before the world began. With a love that will carry you all the way home to the place I have prepared for you where every tear will be wiped away and there will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. Revelation chapter 21 and verse 4. That day is coming, but until it does, I am right here, every step, every moment, every breath, right here. You are never alone. I am Jesus, and you are mine. Amen. If this prayer touched your heart, please subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a word from God. Share this with someone who needs to hear from Jesus today. Drop amen in the comments and let the family of faith stand with you. God bless you.